Hello, 4th of June 2012 here, and welcome to a series that I decided to create called DVD Comparison, where I compared two different DVD releases that share some similarities but are ultimately different. So for this video I'm going to be comparing two different DVD releases that are similar. So this one being Wallace and Gromit The Collection, this one being the 2009 release, just with a different slipcover, and the 2024 release. So I thought it'd be interesting to compare and contrast between these two editions, seeing as they share some similarities but also differences between each other. So yeah, let's have a go then. So Wallace and Gromit, it's basically a series created by Aardman. It's basically the most well-known series actually. So yeah, we have this. Both these sets contain all of their short films, being A Grand Day Out, The Wrong Trousers, A Close Shave, and A Matter of Loaf and Death. And both of these have pretty much, and they've been reissued quite a bunch of times, with this one being the original release. Just the slipcover is different. I'll take them off anyway. And this being the 2024 release that they released, possibly to coincide with the release of Vengeance Most Fowl. Hence why this is just simply called The Collection. They can't really call it a complete collection because, of course, it's gonna be outdated eventually anyway. Once Vengeance Most Fowl came out. So I guess in a way this makes it more evergreen. So let's actually compare and contrast these two covers so that we can know. Both of these releases that I have a slip cover on them. I'll bring it up a little closer. Actually, let's take a look at this one first. It's got a nice little render of Wallace and Gromit on there. Aardman Presents. It's got a little Union Jack on the back to present how British it is, of course. It looks kind of cool actually. This is actually, does it say on the thing? You can see it here. 2012. So this is the 2012 slipcover, but I can assure you that when I take it off, it's the same as the 2009 release. So, and then we have this one from 2024 that features this really neat looking, and I think this might actually be unique. I could be wrong, but I don't think I've seen this particular render of Wallace and Gromit here. It looks really cool though, and they're both eating some cheese and crackers there. Simply called The Collection, like I previously said. And this one, interestingly, has two discs on it, not one disc like this one is, well, foreshadowing. But yeah, this is, and both these sets are released from different studios. Well, sort of. The first set is distributed by 2 Entertain, while the second one is distributed by BBC, which, although 2 Entertain eventually became the BBC home video anyway, so that's not a huge problem. I actually kind of like this one a little bit more. I like the aesthetic that it has. It's like a little suitcase or something. Like, I suppose it has a more inventory feel to it, doesn't it? And on the back, as you see here, both look kind of similar in a way. They even use the same thumbnails, even. You can see here. Let's focus there. Yeah, they even use the same thumbnails for each of these, so the descriptions are a little bit different though, so I'll let you pause and you can read these two. Let's try and find a good way so you can organize them. The slipper is very loose actually. So yeah, this and both these sets also have very similar looking specs. So this one says it's widescreen Dolby Digital 5.1, 110 minutes to region 2 in English. And this one's also got very similar things. The only difference between these two that I could find is that this one says it's 16:9 anamorphic, and this one says it's 4:3/16:9, which makes sense because Wrong Trousers and A Grand Day Out, those were both 4:3. I think on this set it was the Close Shave was 16:9. Yeah, so that's the back of this. Let's look at comparing the extras, because the extras look more or less similar. So yeah, we have audio commentaries. We have the This thing, like I said, this has two extra. This version has an extra disc. So let's compare this one. We have the Amazing World of Wallace and Gromit Inside Wrong Child. We got the making ofs, and this also has a few extra. This has a few extra things, but it has some things taken away, or it would seem that way. But more on that later. So the extra things that this comes with, that this set doesn't have, it comes with A Grand Night In, the Story of Aardman documentary, as well as the Cracking Contraptions shorts, which, although it wasn't the first time that it was ever released on DVD or any form of physical media, it is good that they were actually included on this set, just so that, you know, for convenience. And this has more or less the same ones, except it also includes the Grand Adventures demo for PC and the Shaun the Sheep trailer. Because as you know, Shaun the Sheep is actually a spin-off of Wallace and Gromit, because he debuted in a close shave. So anyway, let's take these slipcovers off so we can actually see the original art. Yes, this is the original art for the complete collection. And let's take the slipper off, and it's pretty much just the same as this. So, wow, how exciting! So yeah, honestly, I think, yeah, in terms of the artwork, this looks nicer, honestly. In that, like I said, I like the aesthetic of this more. Back cover is more or less the same as the slipcover, so I'm not going to show too much of it. On the back, there is a few differences, but mainly because this was the 2009 DVD and it was released shortly after the release of A Matter of Loaf and Death, so hence why it was released so soon. And also to coincide with the 20th anniversary of Wallace and Gromit. So yeah, this is so yeah, we have these. So this is pretty much just the same thing, just a different layout style. Yeah, so let's open up these cases and see what lurks inside each of them. Oh, that's just a receipt. Anyway, on the first set, we got this really nice looking artwork of Wallace and Gromit walking around. This is in a transparent case. It means we have some neat looking artwork here, and you know, I've got this little disc here with Wallace and Gromit on it. Yeah, it's simple stuff really. And on this disc we have the shorts as well as the stuff, as well as all the extras. Now here, the only thing I feel, of course, is that it does feel kind of minimalistic in a way, just kind of white with nothing else really on it. So, meanwhile on this, we actually have nice little color artwork and it actually looks fairly similar to the artwork on the front cover. So we have this little, and it actually tells you all the content that's included as well. So on this one we have the shorts as well as the bonus features. And believe it or not, this disc is actually the exact same disc as this. Yes. The dates on this disc are exactly the same. The contents are the same. And even when you stick it inside the piece, even when you stick it inside a computer, it even still features the Grand Adventures demo, which is pretty crazy to me. Not that I'm complaining, I find it great, but I just find it funny that they didn't actually advertise that. So yeah, so that's, and then so that's that there. And on this disc we have of course, the Grand Night In and Cracking Contraptions. It is cool that we actually have both of these in there together. So even though I think they were also released on YouTube, so you could watch them for free. But yeah. So yeah, this is a really cool looking set. I know this isn't really a review of the set, but I just thought it would be cool to compare these different releases. Of course, controversially, if you were to buy this on Blu-ray, of course, you'd be okay, because the Blu-ray is also the same as the original release. But if you were to buy this on 4K, of course, there's like loads of problems with that, like with the audio problems and also the visual upscaling issues. Yeah, there's like loads of problems I heard with the 4K release. There's like a bunch of videos that I spotted online that explain it. I don't collect Blu-rays myself personally because they're more expensive than DVDs personally. but hence why I'm more of a DVD collector than a Blu-ray one. But this basically, but I thought it was kind of cool to compare and contrast these two different releases. And it is cool that all the content on here are also on here as well. So you could just easily replace this with this if you want. Though it's not a huge must if you need, because the contents are the same, and this is fairly common and cheap to find anyway. Only really get this if you really want the extra content of the cracking contraptions in a convenient spot, because those ones aren't as easily found on physical compared to the other stuff. So yeah, so that was just a simple DVD comparison between the two. So yeah, that's more or less it, really. I don't have much else to say other than yeah, this is World of Jake 2012 signing off.